What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Cam Rogers Show on this Monday morning, August 6th, 2018. I am Cam Rogers. Welcome into the program. A lot to break down for the next hour. LeBron versus the President of the United States. A lot of NFL rumors. Sam Darnold to start week one. We shall see. And the latest surrounding the Urban Meyer scandal. Some updates that came through over the weekend. I'll get you guys covered on that. But let's start with some Lakers rumors, particularly with LeBron James and the President of the United States attacking LeBron's intelligence. So on Friday night, President Trump took to Twitter to criticize LeBron James and CNN reporter Don Lemon. This following an interview on CNN where James said Trump is dividing the country. Here's the president, as you see on Twitter. Quote, LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. And the president chiming in on the GOAT debate. I like Mike. So now Jordan released a statement through a spokesperson that read in part, I support LJ. He's doing an amazing job for his community. The president has a history, folks, as you know, of counterpunching those who criticize him. Anywhere from LeVar Ball to Ted Cruz. So it was not a shock to see Trump attack LeBron via Twitter. Now, LeBron James has been critical of the president before. And here is the exact quote to what James said to Don Lemon about the president. Quote, what I've noticed over the past few months, he's kind of used sports to divide us, and that's something I can't relate to. So this isn't the first quarrel between the two before. Of course, you know about the whole White House visit debate, the whole back and forth between Trump and Steph Curry and LeBron James about the NBA Finals, and that Trump would not invite Steph Curry and the Warriors or LeBron James and the Cavs. So regardless of whoever won that NBA Finals in Trump's eyes, they weren't getting an invitation to the White House. And obviously that is the case as we stand, because I don't think the Warriors have any outstanding invitation right now to go to the White House. So with that, the latest involvement with Trump and professional sports. Previously, the national anthem debate. He took to Twitter about that, supporting Jerry Jones and his stance, where he is requiring all Dallas Cowboys players to stand during the national anthem. What side are you on in this LeBron James, President Trump feud? I want you guys weighing in the comments section. We are live right now on Facebook. Type L for LeBron, type T for Trump, and if you don't have a side, be sure to comment anyway. Let me know where you stand and why you stand that way. So I don't know if LeBron's going to comment any more about this, and I don't know if Trump's going to comment any more about this. This sure sounds like this story is done with, but maybe things change. Let's say LeBron James wins the NBA Finals, right, in 2019 with the Lakers, and then Trump has to make a decision if he will invite the Lakers to the White House. So keep that in mind. Of course, the Philadelphia Eagles recently got their invitation rescinded by the president as well. So some rickety relationships right now between the White House and some professional teams out there. Seeing the comments flowing in. Peter going with L. We got Arnold chiming in with T. Ross with L. We have Wayne with T. So nice blend of letters here. Everybody chiming in with their thoughts about LeBron James versus the President of the United States. I'll keep you guys updated, of course, if anything else surfaces regards to that. All right, LeBron James recently came out, or I guess you could say Magic Johnson came out with a detail about LeBron James and their meeting. And Magic Johnson said that LeBron James preferred a Magic Johnson only meeting ahead of free agency or during the free agency period. So Johnson recently made an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live to discuss the process of LeBron James making that decision to sign with the Lakers. And Johnson said how Rob Pelinka, the GM, called Rich Paul, the representative for LeBron, of course, and Paul said LeBron specifically wanted to meet with Magic. Now, Johnson said he wasn't the slightest nervous ahead of the meeting, and of course, his account falls in line with the reports that the meeting convinced LeBron James to sign with the Lakers. It was almost like the last straw, if you will, to cement his decision to sign with LA. Magic was the only person in free agency who LeBron actually met with, which really speaks volumes in two fronts. One, how LeBron James was very casual about Decision 3.0, and two, how LeBron James had a very concentrated core of teams he was actually interested in signing with. He talked about the 76ers. He talked about the Houston Rockets. He also talked about the Cleveland Cavaliers, but at the end of the day, his mind was set, cemented on the Lakers, playing for them. And yeah, there have been reports out there that maybe LA in of itself, the city, the Hollywood glitz and glamour, was more of the pull for LeBron rather than the franchise of the Lakers itself. But I think that argument really isn't worthy of having, because shouldn't Lakers fans be happy that LeBron is playing for them, regardless of where the Lakers are on his priority list, if you will? Because I can guarantee you that a NBA championship is highly on LeBron's list, and he wants to be able to turn around a franchise that has been, quite frankly, not very good for the last few years. So if LeBron James can totally turn around the Los Angeles Lakers, make them a 4 or 3 seed, and then go ahead and make some noise in the NBA playoffs, that is something that will certainly be etched into LeBron's legacy. And I'll tell you what, if he goes ahead and wins an NBA title with the Los Angeles Lakers, that, I feel, and I've said it before, will be his most impressive NBA championship ever. All right, so keep that in mind. By the way, wanted to just reiterate something on the Trump versus LeBron James feud that went on. I forgot to mention this, that Don Lemon did take to Twitter himself and said that Trump puts kids in cages and LeBron James puts kids in school. So Don Lemon did take to Twitter to go ahead and respond to the president. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Brandon Ingram. Could he perhaps play the Scottie Pippen role, if you will? So Chris Broussard said that people close to James believe the 20-year-old Ingram could play what he described as a Scottie Pippen role for the Lakers. So this is, of course, in reference to that famous partnership between Pippen and Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls, where both men combined to lead the team to 6 NBA championships in the 90s. As the second overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Ingram has made some steady improvements, averaged 16.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists in his second year in the league. Also improved his shooting considerably in his last 22 games of the 2017-2018 campaign, shooting a 54% clip from the field, 51% clip from beyond the three-point line. This would be interesting. Kind of a narrative to think about. Ingram as that sidekick there for LeBron James with the Los Angeles Lakers, and we're talking about a very young player in Ingram as well. So for James, like I said, it's a project. He's got this young core of Hart and Lonzo and Ingram and Kuzma, and he needs to put all the chess pieces in the right spot to make sure the Los Angeles Lakers are in a position to be competitive in the NBA, to make the playoffs, to be a 4-3, heck, 2 seed in the Western Conference. And in that process, LeBron James may see some Scottie Pippen-type traits in Brandon Ingram, and he can play that type of role there. So Chris Broussard recently talking about that. Breaking down the latest Los Angeles Lakers rumors here on the Cam Rogers Show, presented by AutoList. If you're looking for a new or used car out there and you're tired of browsing a million sites, go ahead and check out Autolist.com. Get that car shopping done in a flash, or download their top-rated mobile app for iPhone or Android today. All right, so that's the latest with Brandon Ingram and the Scottie Pippen rumor. Let's talk about Luol Deng, and then coming up in a matter of moments, I'll talk about Kobe and LeBron here. But Bleacher Report certainly thinks the Lakers could trade Deng, and in theory, it could happen, but also you have to convince a team to ingest, if you will, that massive contract, which may be the worst in the NBA. So here's the trade proposal by Bleacher Report. This is not from me, this is from them that they put out there, okay? So don't come at me. Here we go. Lakers get Jeremy Lin and a 2019 second-round pick. The Hawks get Luol Deng, 2019 first, 2021 first, a top 20 protected pick at that. So who says no? My producer, Harris Rubenstein, says this is horrifyingly bad. Type 1 for the Lakers, type 2 for the Atlanta Hawks. If you're Atlanta, you must really want to rebuild for like the next 5 years. Because what you can do is just use this stretch provision, if you will, and try to kind of divide out the rest of Luol Deng's contract. By the way, we're talking about a guy who reportedly is semi-retired. Now, the next rumor is about Deng as well, in that he is interested still in playing. So for the Hawks, they can continue to prep for the future while the Lakers can create some salary cap relief in an effort to maybe make a big free agency splash next season via a Kawhi Leonard or Kyrie Irving or Kemba Walker or Jimmy Butler, whatever the case may be. So that would be the goal there for the Lakers. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, they can kind of continue to rebuild things because, yeah, they're not making the playoffs or going to be contenders anytime soon. So type away, folks. Want to hear from you guys. All right, continuing along here about Luol Deng. So some interesting statements made by him recently, seemingly implying that the Lakers don't believe in him. Said, quote, "I want to play, I want to be a part of something, but I'm not going to be a part of a place where you don't believe in me." So he is easily one of the bigger mysteries in the NBA right now. Averaged 7.6 points, 5.3 rebounds in 56 games during his first season with the Lakers. And then he started the opener of last season and never stepped foot on the court again. And like I mentioned, previous reports suggest that Deng is, quote, semi-retired here. Even though he's clearly still interested in playing in the NBA, he just wants to play for a team, apparently, that believes in him. But if we're talking about the big fat contract that he has, is that not enough proof for you, Deng, that the Lakers believe in you, or at least they are willing to pay up for you to play on the hardwood? So one of the more interesting storylines to kind of track here, if you're a Lakers fan or just a general NBA fan, the Luol Deng mystery continues to drag on here. And maybe at some point he pressures Magic to get some sort of trade done. But if you're Los Angeles here, this contract for Deng is just a thorn in your side, especially as you are trying to develop a core around LeBron James to make the Lakers a legit playoff contender, and perhaps this contract holding them back just a little bit. All right, folks, Kobe and LeBron, are they teaming up after all? So here is a report that came out over the weekend. Now, we know, first of all, that Kobe's wife, Vanessa, recently shot down any potential comeback for Bryant. But some new reporting here on the Cam Rogers Show says possibly different. According to Hollywood Life, LeBron James is convinced Kobe Bryant could play again and play for the Lakers one more time. Apparently, LeBron thinks anything is possible in terms of a Kobe coming out of retirement situation. The report goes on to say that LeBron thinks Kobe could contribute to the team, but any sort of return would depend on the Lakers' chances at making a postseason push. And of course, that makes a lot of sense. Why would Kobe come out of retirement at the age he currently is at to play for a Lakers team in the process of, well, just trying to get to the playoffs and no more lofty goals than that? Now, perhaps this preseason buzz surrounding Kobe could eventually convince him to come back to the league, but I personally think this is a long shot for Kobe Bryant to come back into the NBA after, being with his family for so much time and going on vacations. And Vanessa, his wife, basically talked about it via the Instagram comment that she made, saying, like, look, we're enjoying Kobe not having this crazy schedule and being able to do what we please and going on vacations and all this stuff. So for Kobe Bryant, there has to be overwhelming, convincing, shall we say, evidence out there that the Lakers are going to be really good this season, and it might have to take a personal phone call from LeBron James to actually make this go down. Should Kobe Bryant unretire? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I remember reading some comments about the Kobe Bryant situation, and a lot of Lakers fans are saying, no, it will tarnish his legacy. I love Kobe, but I don't want him to come back and struggle in the NBA at the age that he is at as we stand, which I understand. And I feel like a lot of Kobe Bryant truthers out there have that same mentality, like, okay, we don't need you to come back. We have LeBron. We have a good young core. Don't force this and try to revive the past. The way Kobe ended his career, I think, was the perfect exit, aside from, of course, winning an NBA title. But, that's hard to do. Not everybody can be John Elway. So him coming back would almost be like, I don't know, a Friends reunion, if you will. Remember, everybody always talked about, oh, Friends, Ross, Jennifer Aniston, they're all going to do a 10-year reunion. Never happened because it just didn't make sense in the way in which the series ended. And for Kobe, I don't know if it would make sense for him to come back with the way that it just so perfectly ended for his career. So, pop culture kind of comparison for you guys out there, but I think it falls in line with my logic. Now, again, the report is that LeBron thinks it could happen and that anything is possible. So we shall see. I'll keep you guys updated on that. All right, let's talk about Kawhi Leonard. I guess he's already planning for 2019. So, yeah, Lakers on that radar. Bruce Arthur of the Toronto Sun is reporting that Kawhi is already gearing up his plans for the 2019 free agency period. He went on to say that Kawhi is already texting players, asking them where they might play with him. Now, LA apparently isn't the only destination being considered, although the Lakers and the Clippers are, in many eyes, the favorites out there. The Brooklyn Nets could be a location, according to this report. And the Sporting News recently said Kawhi is expected to sign with either the Lakers or Clippers next summer, so there's another report that came out. Meanwhile, you got the Toronto Raptors with a major task on their hands, trying to convince Kawhi Leonard to extend with this team, considering Kawhi will be a free agent once 2019 comes around. And so the Raptors and the leadership there have a big-time task to pitch to Kawhi Leonard why the Toronto Raptors are the franchise long-term for Kawhi. And let's say the Raptors get the number 1 overall seed in the Eastern Conference again, but don't make any noise in the playoffs again, then you'll see Kawhi Leonard waltz into free agency and sign with the LA Lakers and join LeBron James and perhaps Kobe Bryant too, which would be an ultra-fun trio, might I add. Or the Raptors get that 1 seed again and actually make some noise. Maybe get to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics, lose, but Kawhi Leonard is still hungry and wants to finish the job, if you will, with the Raptors, a la a Paul George type situation with the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he felt that there was some unfinished business, and that's why he returned to OKC. So many different mentalities that we can kind of point to with Kawhi Leonard and his motivation to come back or leave. Very much up in the air as we stand. The season hasn't even started, so we'll see how the regular season goes. But Kawhi apparently already thinking to 2019. All right, just recently, speaking of the season, the over-under win totals have been released here, and the Warriors check out on top in the Western Conference. We'll zone in on the Western Conference because you see the Lakers there at 48.5, Warriors at 62.5, Rockets at 54.5, Thunder at 50.5, and then you got the Jazz right there with the Lakers at 48.5. Then you got the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the T-Wolves, the Spurs, and the Trailblazers. Kind of shocked to see the Blazers at 41.5. I think I'm hammering the over on that one. T-Wolves maybe a little overrated in my eyes. Same with the Pelicans too. Nuggets at 47.5. I don't know. Harris is iffy about that one. Let's take a look at the Clippers, 35.5, 34.5 for the Mavs. The Grizzlies there at 34.5. The Suns at 28, and then the Kings at 25. So over, under 48.5 wins for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hit me up in that comment section, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Type O for over, type U for under. Lakers, 48.5. Where are you going? Where are you taking it? I actually like the over here. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to hammer the over because with these decisions, you kind of have to go in one direction. You can't kind of like, well, I'll sprinkle some money here and sprinkle some money there. I'm going to put all my money in one or the other in regards to these type of bets. I think I'm going to go over on the Los Angeles Lakers.